Imagine a medieval empire so compassionate that they never forget street animals in their designs. The Ottoman Empire was known for their love of animals. Buildings always included birdhouses and water troughs for animals. They built the first animal hospital in history, treating injured storks. The place still serves as a non-profit animal hospital. The people's donations kept it alive for hundreds of years. In the Ottoman army, regulations ensured that draft animals, like oxen, used for pulling cannons or supply wagons, were not slaughtered in their old age. Instead, they were provided with a pension for their care until they died naturally. Inside the Ottoman harem, one of the workers would be in charge of feeding the pigeons in the yard. That wasn't all. During the Ottoman era, a non-profit organization was formed for migratory birds called the Migratory Birds Foundation. They made sure the injured birds were treated and well fed. In 1587, 200 years before the declaration of the first human rights, the first animal rights law was issued by the Ottomans. Ottoman Sultan Murad III issued a decree stating that weak and disabled animals should not be burdened with loads beyond their capacity. Also, traditionally, Friday was the day off for pack animals. Over time, this tradition was forgotten. In 1856, Ottoman Sultan Abdulmajid revived it with another declaration, prohibiting the loading of animals on Fridays. A 16th-century European traveler wrote in his diary, "In Turkish culture, it is considered a crime to kill animals like cats, dogs, and horses, which are not raised for their meat. Feeding stray animals in the streets by shopkeepers and locals was common, and there was also a popular tradition of setting purchased birds free. If there were individuals who left their property for the feeding of cats and dogs after their death, judges would appoint and supervise bakers and butchers to ensure the execution of these wills." In 1654, a farm was established to provide lifelong care for animals that had lost their working capacity and were retired. And in subsequent years, the number of these farms was increased. These traditions didn't begin in the Ottoman era. Turks have valued animals since their days in Central Asia. Cattle, goats, sheep, and similar animals were not left out in the open. They were sheltered in tents and well cared for. Horses were given special importance. Unlike in other contemporary societies, horses that lost their owners were not buried with them, but were either cared for or allowed to live freely. Graves were made for horses that died.